All right, this week's sponsor of the show, episode number 4, is Phil's Dream Pit, located at 534 Eastern Star Road in Kingsport, Tennessee, just right off exit 10. Go by and see former Science Hill wide receiver, number 87, Brian Pipkin. Uh, he'll take good care of you. 423-349-6437. They're open Tuesdays through Saturdays, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And remember, closed Sundays and Mondays. If you want racks of ribs, if you want pulled pork, pulled chicken, brisket, the sides are delicious. Green beans, creamy coleslaw, macaroni and cheese, potato salad, and my favorite, and I didn't even get it today, was the cheesy hash brown casserole. So go by and see Brian Pipkin and all the fine folks at Phil's Dream Pit. Again, exit 10 on Interstate 26, Eastern Star Road, 423-349-6437. Tell them that Scotty and Bart sent you with Topper Talk. Phil's Dream Pit. All right, this week's Hilltopper alumni spotlight goes to a guy that could play any position on the field, Isaac Kinley, defensive back, quarterback, wide receiver, punter, kick returner, or punt returner. Isaac was a Big East selection in 2008, an all Upper East Tennessee and Northeast Tennessee selection in 2008. A John C. Press All Elite 11 selection, a 3-year starter at Science Hill in football, a 3-year varsity basketball player at Science Hill as well. 1,500 yards total offense in 2008, 7 career interceptions on defense, 18 touchdowns accounted for in 2008. You know, he found 5 different ways to score touchdowns that year: punt return, kick return, receiving, rushing, and even threw a pass. Elected to the Science Hill Hall of Fame in 2020, and continued his football career at Carson Newman, one of the best defensive backs in the South Atlantic Conference. Again, this week's Spotlight alumni player, Isaac Kinley.
Welcome to another edition of Topper Talk. I'm Scotty Bustler. Alongside me is Bart Lyon, coming to you from Phil's Dream Pit out here on Eastern Star Road in Kingsport. Bart, who do we have with us today?
We got a linebacker and a defensive tackle. Both these guys will get after you, Scotty. We got number 43, Cole Fleeman, and one of the biggest, baddest defensive tackles in all the conference, Big Nolyn Story.
Big Nolyn Story. All right, Cole. So you're a football family. The Fleemans, we've had your brother Cade. He come up through their system. Now we got you and your little brother at Indian Trail. I'm going to ask you, who's the better football player out of the family? Or could it be your dad, Chad, who played football also at ETSU?
Well, with that, it kind of goes either way with who you ask. We kind of all have our own separate opinions. Cade's going to say him. I'm going to say me. My dad's going to say himself, and Cooper's going to say him. Me personally, best on best, age by age, I think I'm better than anybody in the Fleeman family.
Well, I wouldn't think you would say anything different. Okay. All right, Nolyn. So we're here at Phil's Dream Pit. It's the first time you've ate here, but what's your favorite restaurant?
I can get after some Kickback Jacks.
Okay, Kickback Jacks. I was there Saturday afternoon. I actually went there Saturday. Okay.
All right. So my question is this: as far as Phil's Dream Pit, I had the pulled pork with the garlic bread and the beans and the macaroni and cheese. Nolan, what'd you have today?
Had the pulled chicken sandwich with the macaroni and the hash brown casserole.
It's good. It's good. Fleeman, what'd you have, brother?
Me and Nolan had the same thing: pulled chicken sandwich, macaroni and cheese, and that cheesy hash brown casserole.
Oh, that's good stuff. Now, did you go with the sweet fire sauce right here, or did you go with the original sweet? What'd you go with, Nolan?
I got the sweet fire.
How about you?
Went with original sweet.
All right, so they did change it up.
Yeah.
I wonder what necessary and
they would probably have this. They'd have had the same thing.
they would definitely have the
same thing.
They'd have the same thing.
Yeah. All right, Nolyn. What classes do you have this semester?
First period, I have government with Coach Overbay.
Okay.
Second period, I have weights with Coach Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
And I have Jerry Higgins for math and reasoning.
Okay.
And English 4 Miss Lyford.
All right. Cole, what you got?
I've got weights with Coach Edwards. Second, I have theater with Mr. Graybill. Third, I have stats with Dr. Norris. And fourth period, I have English 4 with Dr. White.
Okay.
You be sure you tell Dr. Norris that you got to hang out with Scotty Bustler and Bart Lyons. She's a good one.
She is a good one. I like her.
She's a good. I've known her for a long time. Cole, talk about your football background. When did you start playing? Who coached you when you were in junior toppers and all that good stuff?
So I started at an early age. I started at 4. I played 1 year of flag football. Then starting at 5, I played junior toppers. And since then, I've just played padded football. Some of my coaches were my dad, Chad Fleeman, Tegan Bagley's dad, Shannon Bagley.
Yeah,
Tegan now plays at DB, so didn't like to shout him out, but he was one of a coach of mine, and he did help a lot. But Jeremy Clemens, Wes Jones, and I think that's about it.
Okay, cool. All right, Nolyn, you just started playing football in high school. What all did you have to do to get caught up to everyone else?
Well, you got to work hard in the weight room in the spring, then just try to learn to play as quick as you can. Try to keep up.
When they started talking about a 3 technique or a 5 technique, you didn't know. You had no idea what they were talking
Not
about.
at first, but I learned pretty quick, though.
Good job. We're so glad you come out.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right, Cole. This is one of my favorite questions to ask because I'm a big movie guy. What's your favorite movie of all time?
All time, probably have to go to The Blind Side, Michael Oher.
Blindside. Okay, so that's a good one. Nolyn, same question.
I like the movie Greater with Burlsworth.
I don't know what that is.
We'll
All
have to look
we'll have
it
to
up.
look at one up for sure. All right.
All right, guys. Talk about your position, coach, and I'll start with you first, Nolyn. You got Mr. Football, one of the best high school players ever come out of Northeast Tennessee, Sam Haney. How is it every day working with Sam?
It's really fun because he likes it. He talks very well with his players. He likes to joke around with us and everything. Great guy in general. And he can get after us if we need to.
Absolutely. Got a lot of knowledge about the game of football. You get to play a little linebacker. Who's your linebacker coach?
Wes Jones.
All right.
Yeah, he's definitely hard on us, but I mean, when it comes Friday night, it definitely pays off, and we really respect him from that aspect. And he does love on us, but he also coaches us hard, and that's why our defense is the way it is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right. So I've asked this. I think every week we've had this show. When you get ready to play, what's your go-to song on your playlist?
I like listening to Monster by Skillet. Gets me in the zone pretty well.
There's another one we don't know. All right, Cole.
Go-to song before I go out. Probably Dreams and Nightmares, Meek Mill.
Okay. So we've known one song out of everybody who's been on the show so far, and that was Spencer. So
Are we getting old?
yeah, I guess we're just getting up. I came in the locker room before the game Friday night, and I heard something on there. I had no clue what it was either. And luckily, I was only in there for a minute, and they turned it off. So, but anyway, Bart.
Next question I have is for Nolyn, of course. He has the all-time record at Science Hill High School in the weight room for the lift of squatting. He's a squat man, and 605 pounds. Talk about your commitment to the weight room, and how did you work your way up to 605 pounds?
Well, it started my freshman year in the spring when I wanted to join. And first didn't know what was going on. Then Coach Rudy set the groundwork for me, and I just started working my butt off.
You broke Faulkner Kid, I believe, had the record, and you broke
Yes,
his
sir.
record, right? So that's one football guy breaking another football. We
Yes.
want the football guys to have the record.
We want them on top of the leaderboard.
All right, let's talk about that linebacker room for you, Cole. When you talk about Fleemans and Necessaries and Andersons and Austins and Hills and Ewings, tell us about that very talented linebacker court that we got here.
Definitely some of the best guys on the defense, in my opinion. Definitely some of the hardest hitters and ones that want to be out there. We'll bring it to you. We're not afraid to hit you, and that's what I love about our linebacker core. We got nobody that's afraid to hit anybody out there.
All those guys, I've been around, coached, or whatever. All those guys bring the wood every day.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, Coach. So we've had that one game that got canceled because of lightning, but besides that, we're starting the season 3-0. I can't remember the last time we started undefeated. I know it's been a while. how does it feel to be 3-0 right now?
It feels really good. So going into the season, we had some disrespect coming on our name from WJHL and some other websites, but going 3-0 has really brought some hype around our name, and we do look at that and we do appreciate it, and it's really getting us motivated going into this Maryville game for sure.
All right, yeah, big game Friday night against Maryville. Nolyn, I've asked this a few times. This is a special group of seniors. What, in your opinion, makes them so special?
I mean, we're just a bunch of hard workers. We're committed to play this game, and we'll put everything we got on the line.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Scott, you touched base a little bit on the family aspect of the Fleemans, and it's definitely a fan club 43 up there in the stands and on the sidelines when the game gets over with, and led by Malia. Sometimes
Yes,
we want to talk about Chad, and we want to talk about Cooper and Cade and all that, but we know she keeps it together. And anytime you've ever been around that family, you know who is the glue that keeps everything together.
Sure.
Talk about how big family is to you and that tradition of wearing 43.
Family's a really big, important thing for us. I mean, we're always there for each other. We always have each other's back. And I mean, and everybody knows that. That's a part of our family, whether it's immediate or outside family. We all have each other's back. And that's a big thing in the family household. And with the number 43, it's kind of like a family heirloom. It means more than just a number to all of us. It means something about family. It means something about leadership, and it brings a sense of respect to our family, and we like people to know that. So we wear it with pride, and we wear it as hard and as long as we can.
Yeah, it's tough, Scotty. Anytime you go anywhere in John C and try to get a 4 or a 3 to get printed on a shirt, they've got every number except the 4 and the 3. I think all the Fleemans got those. Nolyn, we talk about family. You have a brother that's in the program. Talk about how important it is for you.
Well, whatever I do, he does, and if I do the right thing, he'll do it too.
Yeah, that's you're leading by example, and that's great. His name is Nathan, I believe, right?
Yes, sir.
Freshman, good-sized kid, should have a good career at Science Hill, and if he stays the same path as you've done, he's going to be fine.
Yes. All right, so we know we got a big game coming up Friday night, big non-conference game, but it's still a big game. Now, what's it going to take for us to finally get over that hurdle and beat Maryville?
Just forget about that Maryville name.
Yes, that's for sure. I believe you're right about that. Sometimes it just gets stuck in their head that they're Maryville, they can't be beat, but they put their pants on the same way we do. So, Cole, what's your plans after high school?
Definitely attend a 4-year college. I'm looking into that right now as far as where I want to go. I'm going to apply to ETSU, App State, UTC, and UT. Okay. Those are the main 4 that I'm looking at right now, but definitely a 4-year college in store for me.
We know whatever you'll do great in your life. So, okay. Mark?
Let's talk about people you admire. You talked about just starting football as a sophomore. Talk about some of the guys that were in front of you that kind of laid the path for you.
Definitely Camille Redford, Bryson Hill, Tristan Smith, Brody Barnett. They really helped me out when I first started. They'll do extra sets with me after practice and just help me out.
Good bunch. Let's talk about you now. You've played since you was 5. Growing up over the years in your junior topper days and your middle school days, who were some of the old school hill toppers that you looked up to?
Going into junior toppers, I can't really say anybody. We would go to a few games here and there, but can't particularly put a finger on who I really watched. But during middle school, it was definitely my older brother, Cade. And just throughout all of childhood, he kind of showed me the way as far as football goes, and hilltopper football and college football and all that goes. So definitely my older brother for sure.
Absolutely, that's a good group of kids that he was seniors with. As a real good, strong class of football players.
All right, so Cole, we've had some big wins since you've been at Science Hill, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a win. What's your favorite football moment?
Favorite football moment? Probably after we won against DB for the conference championship. We got back in the locker room, and we had a coach that's no longer with us. His name was Coach Nev. We put him in our dirty laundry bin, and we're playing music, and we were spinning him around in the locker room. That was probably my favorite memory.
All right. Nolyn, same question. Your favorite football moment?
I think it had to be when we beat E-Town this year, and just the emotion we all had.
That's always a big win. I don't know. I never beat them, but I can imagine it would be a big win. So, all right.
Bringing home that Railroad Rumble trophy, Nolyn, how much did that mean to the senior class?
I mean, we got it back for us after we lost it last year, and just made us just set our heads up high.
Going 2-1 against the Cyclones, big accomplishment. Your brother didn't have the same success.
He did not.
Of course, he had to play against Mr. Rollins, Bryson Rollins, and all those guys. Elizabeth had some really good teams. But talk about getting that trophy and bringing it back to John.
Definitely meant a lot as far as the senior class goes, because going into that game, we knew that it was our last time that we were ever going to see E-Town, and we were going to line up against them and smack them in the mouth. So bringing that thing home on our bus, putting it in the coach's room, definitely meant a lot to this senior class, because that's the last time that we will ever have that experience.
Big win, guys. Big win. Well done. Oh, we got a Hilltopper alumnus, Big 41 right here. Now, he can play a little bit, Scotty.
Yes,
He can play a little bit. Tell us about the Topper pride. When you played with Scotty, how much did it mean to be a Science Hill Hilltopper?
Oh, you give your life for it. You go out there and play your guts out. You just give it all, and you don't ever stop. And when you get hurt and you're down, you suck it up, keep going.
What did football, dedication, commitment to the team, commitment to the game, how did it help you in life transform over to being an adult?
Well, the teamwork, I tell you what, the teamwork, and as you grow up, you get out on your own, you become an adult, you got more responsibility. You go out and you do things on your own instead of looking to somebody else to do something for you. You take lead, you take pride, you take ownership of it, and you just go out there and take it.
Talk about your playing days at Science Hill. Not so lucky against Elizabeth, but you guys had some big games against Dobbins Bennett.
Oh, yes, we did.
Just talk about those games.
Oh, well, my senior year, I got hurt. I remember it was 2 minutes left in the second quarter. And I went down. And I said, oh, my goodness. And I said, that was it. But besides that, years before, that was the best times playing against Dobbins Bennett.
You had some good teams. You played for Mike Martin, I believe.
I played for Mike Turner.
Mike Turner, I'm sorry.
Mike Turner.
Every year you was there, you played with Turner, or who else coached you?
Well, Coach May was my sophomore year, and then junior and senior year was Coach Turner.
How much did things change? How did he take an approach at coaching you guys?
Oh, he made it fun. He made it fun. He made it like you was a part of the team, that you want to go out there and you take control of this right here and run with the ball. And you run the way that you know how to run with it, or you tackle the way that you know how to tackle with it, And it was no, this is A to B to C. He goes, here's the fundamentals. You take it and you make it work for you how it works for you.
All right, we're enjoying the day by big number 41. Just look right there in the camera right there. Wayne Cross, one of the meanest, toughest linebackers, other than Scotty Buster, of course, to ever put on the maroon and gold. Wayne, thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so I think that's about it. That's a wrap on this week's edition of Topper Talk. Again, we came to you from Phil's Dream Pit out in Eastern Star Road in Kingsport. Until next week, go Toppers.
Go Toppers.